And we welcome you to Highmark Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Yes, it's the 1st of July, but we've got live football for you here on NFL Network, the American Flag Football League quarterfinal action. How did the teams get here? 128 amateur teams from 7 regions, 4 teams from the pro bracket. America's amateur champion versus the pro team champion in the ultimate final with $1 million on the line. We had 2 quarterfinal matches yesterday, 2 more today. So glad you can join us. Bob Popper with former NFL quarterback Dan Orlovsky. And Dan, a very interesting matchup. The Mean Machine. They hail out of the Nashville area, and they're a team that kind of resonated with you when you had a chance to talk with them.
Yeah, you know, Bob, I got the chance to spend some time with them in our hotel lobby this morning, and after that, they reminded me of what it was like to be in an NFL locker room, the joking around, the brotherhood, the camaraderie. Now, they're led by their alpha dog quarterback and Chris Hughes, no doubt, but the camaraderie that team had was impressive. Back to Hughes, a guy who America's gotten to learn his story a little bit over the past couple of weeks. A kid at heart, especially when it comes to football. His message to the team today, fellas, let's go have a ton of fun and put on an awesome show.
Yeah, and he said whether we're up by a lot or down by a lot, we're going to leave nothing in the bag. We are going to break out just about everything that we have. Now, he's got a tough team to deal with in Code Red. They hail from the New York, Connecticut area. They're powerhouses when it comes to 9-on-9 flag football. This is 7-on-7 flag football. But this is a team that watched last night's quarterfinals and learned a valuable lesson.
Yeah, they said watching last night's games, they felt like the teams and some of those players buckled under the pressure. So their goal today is let's not let this moment get too big for us. Let's keep our composure. Let's make sure we breathe. Their goal today, play good, sound, fundamental football. The key for them, Drew Peterson. He's not their quarterback, but there's a guy that they love to get the ball in his hands. He's their double passer. It'll be interesting to see if the Mean Machine has somebody to match up with him in man-to-man.
Drew Peterson is an exceptional athlete. He's a Philadelphia police officer who hopes one day to be part of the Secret Service, and he's standing by with Kay Adams.
Officer Drew Peterson, he hails from Pennsylvania, so we're in your hometown where I know that you drove in late last night from working a shift, and you have to work at what time tomorrow for the Philadelphia Police Department?
I gotta be back in at 8 a.m. tomorrow.
8 a.m., so a long drive, hopefully a victorious one for you and your squad, Code Red. What does flag football mean to you that you're willing to sort of play Superman and play 2 roles in one life?
This is everything to me. I've been playing since I was 5 years old, so football is life. I don't know any better. I don't know anything else. This is what I do with my downtime.
There's a very boisterous quarterback on the other squad. You could not be more humble. We had a meeting. We got to talk to you before. You didn't say a word. I was like, that's the quarterback? Why are you so good at hiding?
I don't like the attention. I like to hide. They say if you're good enough, somebody else will tell you. So I don't have to tell you guys.
Everybody's talking about Mean Machine. They're getting all the clicks, all the likes, all the favorites on Twitter. Do you like being the underdog like the Philadelphia Eagles?
Yeah, like I said, I like to hide in the corner and creep up on everybody at the end.
See if you're Carson Wentz up here, back up to Dan and Bob.
Well, Drew certainly knows how to let his game speak for himself. We are in Pittsburgh on this Sunday. Quarterfinal action coming up next.
The American Flag Football League U.S. Open of Football is presented by the LG G7 Thin Q. What's it gonna take?
Back at Highmark Stadium, getting set for our first quarterfinal matchup. Code Red taking on Mean Machine. Let's take a look at the rules for the American Flag Football League. 7-on-7, 12-player rosters, 2 30-minute halves, running clock until the final 2 minutes of the game. Field divided into 4 25-yard boxes with first downs awarded each time offenses reach the next box. No blocking, kicking, or fumbles. So how do they determine who gets the ball first? They have what's called the long toss. And you had the Mean Machine's Chris Simpson against Code Red's Angel Estrada, and Estrada threw it further, so Code Red won the toss, and they deferred to the second half as most teams do. And it is a sweltering day here in Pittsburgh, 94 degrees. Feels like it's about 99 outside, but these players aren't worried about it at all. Zay Arrigara with the opening throw. No blocking. And flag football. Michael Green on the return. And let's listen to quarterback Chris Hughes.
Hurry before they get ready. Hurry before they get ready. Hey, quick straight ahead. Quick straight ahead. Hey, F and F. Gabe already. Hey, give me quick straight ahead. I'll give you a route. Gabe, go F and F and Mike.
First and 23 to midfield for Mean Machine.
You flying? I'm straight. Set. Hey, move over, Jeremy, slide. Set. Angel to your left. Now.
Right away, they go quick. And they pull the flag on Jeremy Stevens.
Jeremy Stevens.
Pickup of 8.
Angel, you got a shot.
Each team is allowed 5 blitzes per half.
Second and 15 to the 50-yard line.
Hey, look like matching up. Look like it's matching up. Leave that straight seam right here. Straight seam. Hey, right here. Go right here.
You know, Bob, Jeremy Stevens is a guy that we're going to want to pay attention to. Told us ran 4.27 last week.
Pull that. Let's go.
Pass is completed.
Let's go. Third to the 50.
The Sancho McDonald played wide receiver at Middle Tennessee State between 2008 and 2011. A member of the Packers practice squad for a year.
3rd and 9 to the 50-yard line for Mean Machine.
Curl up in the middle.
Quarterback has 4 seconds. It's called the go clock to get rid of the football, or the play is dead.
He may be coming. Hey, you got to go, Cho.
Code Red said they were going to blitz Hughes early on.
They don't blitz, and the first down picked up to Gerodis Williams. This is kind of what they said coming in. They were going to get the ball out quick. One of the things they said, Dan, watching the games last night, where teams weren't taking the short stuff.
Yeah, Chris Hughes made the comment today, listen, my goal to dink and dunk them to death, and that's what we're seeing these first 3 plays.
So they crossed midfield, which gives them a fresh set of downs. 1st and 24. Still no blitz. Hughes takes the underneath.
Good pull, Angel. Good pull.
To Gabe Smithia.
Complete to Gabe Smithia.
Played his college ball at Austin P State University.
3. Hey.
Not only did Chris Hughes tell us he wanted to dink and dunk, but he also said, listen, if Code Red plays man-to-man against us, he thinks they could have a field day on offense.
Go post right here. Out. Drag from right here to this side.
He wanted to wear his own shorts. He said, I don't really want to wear those football tights. I'm 50 years old, but he gets blitzed, and Wilson gets the flag and the sack.
And there we go. We'll see it on this replay here, Bob. They said they wanted to blitz him early, see if they could get him to panic.
That's their first. They have 4 remaining.
Hughes not quick enough to get that skinny move. Big flag pull and snack for Code Red defense. That's only 1 blitz to use, and I think it's going to be something we look forward to.
And before the game, coach and quarterback Christopher Hughes meeting up with Zahn Wilson of Code Red, 5'4", and he's got his own little super weapon in Dave Ackles.
Go, Michael Field! Go, Mike Green, go!
Flag gets pulled out at the 35-yard line, but nice reception there for Michael Green.
Yeah, fantastic job, because he's running full speed from one hash to the other, is able to stop, extend his arm back, and make a really athletic catch. There's another example. Listen, these guys are athletic guys. They have backgrounds in this game. It's really well done by Michael Green right there.
What side you want me? What side you want me? Hey.
So there's no field goals, there's no kicking, so it's 4th down and 11. They've got to get to the 25-yard line to get a first down, and here comes the blitz. Does get the pass off and nearly intercepted by Theodore.
That was their second blitz. They'll have 3
Theodore
remaining.
Jordan, Theodore Jordan nearly had the interception.
Yeah, and I think what you're seeing here is Chris Hughes was expecting his receiver to make an outbreaker. He sees the leverage of the defender inside, break out. Just some miscommunication right there. Huge stop for the Code Red defense.
14 to the 50-yard line for Code Red.
That's what I'm talking about. Hey, we got to get a stop right here, D.
All right. Yeah, I know.
So the offense on the field now for Code Red. And the snap hits the ground. Once the ball hits the ground, the play is dead.
Yeah, and that's obviously not the start you want, especially for a team that said, listen, we want to just be basic. We don't want the moment to be too big. We want to be methodical, not beat ourselves, starting off with a mistake, not what they want.
Hey, look, chick, look. I know, run right by him.
Mike DeMartiliere, the quarterback, by his own admission, is the worst athlete on the field. And an errant throw, so 2 bad plays to start. K's got a little bit more on Code Red.
Looking at quarterback Mike DeMartiliere right now, saw him jogging, trying to jog in pregame, limping a little bit, asked him about it, says he's playing through a torn meniscus. It happened a couple of months ago, actually, but this is really important to him, so he's going to try to do it. But if they start noticing him limping, guys, Mean Machine might be blitzing more than usual.
So 2 sloppy plays from Mike D.
Get outfield.
Heck of a nice move there by Sean Rogers, who played college ball at Morehouse College.
Yeah, and I think that's something for DeMartiliere to realize. Make sure that he gets that ball out of his hand. Sean Rogers is a guy, look at him drop his hips right there, a little dip, keep his speed, able to go vertical, really well done, gets them into a little bit more of a manageable situation right here.
Yeah, he's aiming. Beat him if you can.
So it's 4th and 7.
David, that's you. David, that's you. David,
And there's Peterson at quarterback here, Bob. A little bit of a change, expecting a blitz.
Oh, and he just threw it into the ground.
And we talked about it early on. Did the Mean Machine have somebody that they thought could match with Drew Peterson? They put powerlifting champion David Ackles out there. They obviously think, okay, that's our athlete that we're going to run with Drew Peterson. We'll see it again on the replay. Look at Peterson tries to juke him one way. Ackles right on the hip, forces the errant throw. Mean Machine having a plan. Really impressive right there.
So both teams fail on their first possession. Good field position for Mean Machine and Chris Hughes. Pass deflected and intercepted by Peterson. The throw was high, off the hands of the receiver, and Peterson gets the interception. Off the fingertips of Sancho McDonald.
Well, you know, there's a good saying that good football players find the ball. Ball get tipped up just in the air right there. Drew Peterson gets one arm on it. Huge pick for the Code Red defense. We'll be back here soon, Bob. See if Code Red can flip this turnover into some points.
Well, the Pittsburgh Steelers known for their defense, but they've had some great receivers. Stalworth, Swan, Santonio Holmes, the Super Bowl 43 MVP, had that incredible catch at the back of the end zone as the Steelers knocked off the Arizona Cardinals. And we are in the Steel City. American flag football. No score here in this quarterfinal match between the Mean Machine and Code Red.
Right there. Here we go. Set it.
They're going to go up top. And the pass falls incomplete. Pretty good defense there on the pass intended
on us or them?
For Darnell Jenkins. Michael Green with the coverage.
Offense. Previous spot. Second down to the 50-yard line.
No, it's to the 25. It's to the 25.
Frank Rogers is our referee.
Correction, 25-yard line.
Go outside, let you.
You know, Bob, I actually like Code Red taking a shot there, knowing they don't have to go a ton of yards to get that first down. Darnell Jenkins, actually a guy that I had training camp with 7-8 years ago with the Houston Texans. He was a deep threat, vertical threat for us. Code Red taking a shot right there to him.
Okay. Take the one underneath, and Sean Rogers lost his footing. But they get it across the 25-yard line, so they got the first down. And take a look at Darnell Jenkins, wide receiver at the University of Miami, 93 career catches for 1,294 yards. Played with Frank Gore and Greg Olson.
Not a bad bio, not a bad school to go to, and some guys that you're able to tell people I played with them.
Played one game in the NFL with the Houston Texans in 2008. Spent some time with Cleveland, Tampa, and the Patriots.
Come on, get set. Come on, hey, timeout, timeout, timeout. 30 seconds. Get on the ball, get on the ball. Are we rolling? We're down to 3 seconds on the play clock. 30 seconds, right?
Timeout. Offense. That's their first of the half.
Hey, Matt, bro, I'm about to just run 5 yards and stop because
that's what I told you.
Okay,
He's got the corner on the top.
I know, I thought you were gonna. Come on, man. Where's you gonna get this?
Corner. Huh? Hawk. You got. Oh, all right, that's fine. That works.
You know, Dan, these guys play a lot against each other, and they've kind of put this team together for this. And whereas the Mean Machine, they play a little bit more often together.
Yeah, and I think we're seeing a little bit of frustration right now because of that with the Code Red offense. Pomo, a guy who's a 100-meter track guy at the University of Connecticut, I think they just continue to get him the ball, soft completions, and force that Mean Machine defense up just a little bit, then take your shot to the speed throw over the top.
Everybody do the same thing on the left. No. Pomo, run your guy off. 5 yard out, chicken. 5 yard out. Take it inside release. Yeah. Hurry up, guys.
Anthony Pomo, a New Jersey native. Didn't get the pass off in the necessary 4 seconds. Go clock expired. 4 seconds to get rid of the ball.
Incomplete pass. Third down to the 50.
He's not. No, he ran straight. Hey, here we go. Here, listen. You weren't open. Listen. All right, relax. You two run goes. Drew Peterson, run across right now. Drew Terry, run an 8-yard in. Run a slant. Cut your split down, Nuke.
But we saw a little bit of this last night.
We saw this in the meeting today.
Yeah, we just a little bit of confrontation. You know, someone needs to sit up, gather their composure. Obviously, very early in this game.
3rd and 9. They take the pass underneath. Peterson stopped short of the first down as Cam Clay pulled the flag.
They're gonna blitz, chicken. It's 4th and 1. Take the snap, Drew. If you can't, you can't run. No. I'm gonna take the snap. I'm gonna hand it off to you. You run a go. Drew, run an 8-yard. You can't just run to the first down. Drags. No, left to right, Drew. Come in motion.
You hear D. Martelier saying, hey, Drew, come in motion. I want you to get a drag. They obviously know we're going to get blitzed. It's going to be man. Get the ball out of my hands. Quick completion.
So a flag was thrown, and it's a delay of game, which means that the ball gets turned over.
You get turnover on down.
So as we mentioned, the quarterbacks have to operate in a 4-second window.
Off the turnover.
Last season, the average time to throw from snap to release was only 2.7 seconds. Now in the US Open, laterals, handoffs, and blitzes all stop the go clock. Setting aside those scenarios, US Open QBs get off a pass in almost exactly the same amount of time as the pros, on average in only 2.8 seconds.
Defense blitz. That was their 3rd of the half. They have 2 remaining. Second half.
So Chris Hughes didn't even have time to worry about the go clock or the play clock because he was blitzed
Yeah.
But that's 3 blitzes. He wants them to use the blitzes early.
Yeah, he said once that team's out of blitzes, I'll guarantee you 14 points, because he knows once that they can't come after him, he's going to be able to sit back there and pick them apart.
Hut. Now, turn.
Got him.
Whoa, hey, go! Mike Green!
Michael Green with the catch. How about the pump fakes from Chris Hughes?
Yeah, you heard it almost verbalizing it too, maybe getting the defense to be baited a little bit. I love the fact that, watch, he's looking left, pump fake, another pump fake, and then the drive down the seam. Chris Hughes, he told us, I've got a great understanding of the coverages that Code Red wants to run against us. Him using his eyes. We see guys in the NFL do that on Sundays. Really well done by their leader at quarterback.
You won't confuse him with Drew Brees with the pump fake, but it worked.
Turn up field. Work, Gerodis. Good job.
Nice move there by Gerodis Williams to avoid the first flagpole.
Sorry, my bad.
And I think we're seeing the difference of some teams right here, right? Chris Hughes been playing flag football for 50-something years. DeMartelier, a little bit younger, not playing as long. The leadership difference, how they're running their teams different. We're seeing it with Mean Machine right now on a really good drive.
And I think this group, the Mean Machine, plays together a little bit more.
Sancho, give me a 2. That's an error. Hut. Now, Gerodis. Chill. Get upfield.
So the ball stopped at about the 2-yard line as Sancho McDonald made the catch.
All right, you got an inside slant? Yeah. Do it. Hey, go left. Post, skinny post. Hey, right next to Tim, quick out. Line up right next to him, you give me a quick out, back cone and across.
I mean, we're seeing this guy. I've had coaches say, hey, let's play through the whistle. It seems like Chris Hughes just coaches through the whistle. The way he's telling his guys, listen, run these routes. He's catching the snap and telling them when to look. Hey, his ball's coming. Complete control of his offense and everybody else on his team.
Hut.
3rd and goal at the 3. Here comes the blitz.
Good play. Good call. Good job right in front of that. Hey, that was. Got hands on it.
Defense blitz. That was their 4th. They'll have 1 remaining in the half.
4th blitz. Pass incomplete, so it'll be 4th and goal at the 3.
I feel like I'm listening to Andrew Luck. You know, Andrew Luck get done with the play. Hey, are you okay? Pulling guys up. We're seeing that from Chris Hughes a little bit. Hey, nice play, man. Good flag pull. A lot of fun to listen into.
Off the side.
Jeremy, here.
4th
Hey,
and goal at the 3-yard line.
Back on the cross.
If you're Code Red, would you use your last blitz here?
Gerodis, you got to get wide.
Yeah, I mean, points right now are at a premium. You know, Bob, I think that you utilize it here. It's a huge opportunity, obviously, 4th and goal.
Hey, guys, give me a 30 second.
Hey, listen to me. No, we were just too tight. Listen, I want outs from the inside guys at the goal line. I want back cone on the field, and then come across on the dig. They can't cover that. So we got outs, digs, and then you're going straight ahead of Estrada. And then he's cutting right under you. Yeah, it's fine.
So as we're listening to Chris Hughes there, Bob, he's saying he's going to take his center and use him as kind of a pick, almost they call it a statue, to get in the way. You can't block, but you can use him as a statue, and they're going to try to run a little mesh route right underneath big Tim Campbell.
You see what I'm talking about, Tim?
Who's a bounty hunter in Tennessee.
Look where I'm at.
He's got some interesting stories. 4th and goal at the 3.
Set. Hut.
Here comes the blitz, and Wilson gets the flag. So they utilized their last blitz, and it kept Mean Machine off the board. He might be small in stature at 5'4", 135 pounds, but Dazon Wilson D-blocked with another sack, stopping the Mean Machine threat.
We have immediate timeout. The defense also flipped.
Scoreless here in the first half. Code Red using their 5th blitz in 14 defensive snaps on 4th and goal at the 3, and Dazon Wilson gets the blitz. Dan, how did it happen?
Yeah, so you see this defender, Jordan, circled right here. Chris Hughes is going to want to throw this little slant to Smithy, and you just watch him get underneath that undercut right there by Jordan, takes away that throw. We see DBs in the NFL do that, just that inside undercut release takes the throw away from Hughes. Well done by the Code Red defense.
So let's see what Code Red can do on offense. And they run a quick one underneath, and Darnell Jenkins with the catch.
Defense blitz down the play. That's their second. They'll have 3 remaining. Second down to the 25.
Second blitz for Mean Machine. Code Red out of blitzes here in the first half. Each team gets 5 per half.
You run by your guy. New from the 10 right out. Run by your guy. Come on, listen, Drew. Yes. Loose. Drag. Hurry up. Let's go.
Let's see if they can settle in here a little bit. They've hung around in this game. They haven't played as well as they wanted to. See if they can settle in, put some good plays together.
Drew.
Give it to Peterson. Good coverage on the play by Jeremy Stevens of Mean Machine on Sean Rogers.
Hey, cancer. You're on the outside. You're on the outside.
That'll be something for us to watch because DeMartelier handed off to Drew Peterson and then kind of leaked back to the left side of the field, Bob, uncovered. Let's see if Code Red goes back to that at some point.
Peterson, the quarterback, then he laterals it. That's a second lateral. That should be a penalty. So once Peterson caught the ball as the direct snap to the quarterback and he threw it back to Pomo, that's a lateral. There's only 1 lateral allowed per play. And then as Pomo was running with the ball, he lateraled it again.
The offense gained the first down. They had a second illegal lateral.
So once the direct snap goes to whomever, that guy is considered the quarterback. The throwback to Pomo is a lateral. Now, Pomo's can run with it because it's a lateral, but now when he laterals it back to the quarterback, that's a second lateral. You only allowed 1 lateral on each play in American Flag Football League rules. There's a lot of different leagues with a lot of different rules, but those are the rules for this game. Wide open is Peterson.
Pitch the ball!
Gets across midfield.
Never seen a team get so mad at successful plays. That's a good play. You've been shut out for the first 20 minutes. A great successful play. That's my thing right now. Someone on the Code Red team, get your team together. It's a nothing game, and you're marching right down the field.
Well, I mean, they were edgy just in the meeting with them earlier today. Wide open. And walking in is Darnell Jenkins for the touchdown. A busted coverage. And Code Red gets on the board first.
There we go. I'm here. I see y'all down there in Florida. What do you say?
All right, now well
Mikey
done.
D's family is in Florida right now.
Yeah, I like that shout out right there to his family. Stealing a book out of the Chris Hughes playbook. Watch the pump fake right here to the right. Just enough to get that DB to jump up. Darnell Jenkins uncovered down the field. Good job by DeMartelier, using his eyes, using that pump fake, finding the big throw down the field. And now we get a conversion attempt by the Code Red offense.
So if you put it at the 5-yard line, it's a 1-point conversion. From the 10, it's 2 points. From the 20, it's worth 3. They're going for 1 here. Pass incomplete. Nearly an incredible catch made by Sean Rogers.
Angel, you can help him? Hey, sir.
5 plays, 92 yards.
Sir. Watch that defensive holding.
Look at the vet move by DeMartelier, working those refs a little bit. Hey, have a little attention for this. Very college basketball coaches. Work those referees, see if you can get an extra flag.
What's going on, Nan and Pop? I know you guys.
Let's set it down to Kay.
What's going on?
I'm here with Darnell Jenkins. Now, I told you in the entire research packet on every squad, everyone had a position, and by yours there were 3 question marks. And I asked you what position you played, and you said today what?
Receiver.
But you're a triple threat. You can do it all, which means you can also just get away from people. How does it feel?
Feel great.
Now, I know that your son also is a ball hog. Tell me that story.
Take out to his father. It's in his blood.
All right, like that smile you guys got on the board. Late, but it's going pretty well.
We have a delay of game on the throwing team. The ball will be placed at the 50-yard line.
Code Red is a little disorganized. Although I will admit that The argument from Mikey D is there was an interview going on. How can we ever delay a game?
1st and 25 for Mean Machine.
That's not too many men on the field.
I'm going to pull the Peterson over.
Timeout.
Hey, worry about him.
Defense.
Hey, 10 yard stop. 10 yard
They have
stop.
1 remaining.
Hey, I want you to get over here and run this seam right here. Make him
So Mean Machine will get the ball at midfield.
Yeah, and I like right now, they told us in our meeting that Angel Estrada is kind of their heart and soul, their defense. You see him waving the defenders going, hey guys, let's get together. Don't let our minds get distracted by what might be going on with the officials or not. We got a ball game to play. We're up right now. This is a huge moment for us.
Hey, he's over to the left.
Mean Machine has moved the ball, but they're haven't been able to score. Got stopped on a 4th and goal at the 3.
All right. Set. Hut. Get there, get there. Ooh.
Code Red's out of blitzes. Oh, great pump fake there, and Hughes able to hit in stride Jeremy Stevens. Great touchdown saving flag pull. 43-yard pickup.
Hey, do that outlet.
How about this pump fake again by Chris Hughes? He drifts to his left, pump fake, and this is a beautiful throw right down the seam. You're not going to find many seam balls thrown, not drifting that receiver over to the free safety, allow him to go down the field. Beautiful throw by Chris Hughes.
And a heck of a job by Drew Peterson.
I got you.
To stop the touchdown.
Right there, Gabe.
Because it's not easy scoring in compressed space.
Hit in the back of the end zone. Hut. Go, Tim. Go, Tim. Go, Tim. Go, Tim. Go, Tim. No, I had that off. The ball was off.
That was.
Hey, OS. Jeremy, OS. Mike Green, come in here. Hey, quick out right here, Gabe. Quick out. Joe, OS. Hey, goal line side.
2nd goal from the 8-yard line.
All right, it's gonna be quick. 1 yard line, 1 yard line. Hut. Now, Jeremy. Go get the ball, man.
Pass is incomplete, nearly intercepted by Terrell Wright, intended for Jeremy Stevens.
I think Chris Hughes trying to play a little mind games right there. You heard him call out OS. I don't know what code word that is, but he caught that snap and said, right now, Jeremy, try to get that DB to jump. Kind of a sluggo to the back corner. Just overthrew Jeremy Stevens right there, but I like him trying to get into those DB's minds.
Here we go. D, get the goal line. Do what you said. Hut. Get in.
Oh. Nice flag grab on the completion to Gabe Smithia.
Good boot to Gabe Smithia.
Anthony Pomo saved another touchdown.
And we talked about this last night, Bob, the teams that are really good safety. If you can grab flags, it's a distinct advantage. So nice job by Pomo there. And the Mean Machine had told us, listen, we've got so many plays down in the red zone that we love that even Code Red has stolen some of our stuff. So I'm sure they've got a nice little package here for this 4th and goal situation.
Well, they got stopped on 4th and goal at the 3. It's 4th and goal at the 2. Hughes just lobs it, and he throws the interception. It was 4th and goal. He just threw it up, and the pass was picked off by Angel Estrada. So that's twice now. The Mean Machine has had 4th and goal from inside the 5. They've been stopped. And let's remember, as we take a look at the play again, it was pretty good defense here.
It looked like they tried to get a little bit of a rub for Jeremy Stevens. Code Red did a nice job of passing it off, and Estrada just playing in between right there. You see he's in between Stevens and Chris Hughes. That's a difficult decision and throw for the quarterbacks. Hughes just tried to make it throw it up for him.
So how big was that flag pull by Drew Peterson on what was the deep ball that looked like it was going to be a touchdown? Peterson, by pulling that flag at the 7-yard line, set up a situation where the defense was able to get the stop and keep Mean Machine off the board.
Yeah, and then Pomo following up with one right at the 1-yard line on the drag route by Smithia right on the hip. So you're seeing Code Red, at least defensively, doing the little things really, really well.
You know, it's interesting when you think of Code Red. So how did they get their name? Well, it's from the movie A Few Good Men, but we found out in our production meeting with Code Red, most of the guys on the team haven't seen the film. And we told them, you do realize at the end, by calling Code Red, which they want to do on their opponents, it didn't work out so well.
Yeah, I don't know if they know the ending for Jack Nicholson and company there, but right now they are playing true to their colors of the bend, but don't break a defense.
Right now. Okay. Set.
Short thing, man.
Work it underneath. Short gain that time for Drew Terry. Played hoops at Camden Community College.
Pass complete.
Come back. 15. Right down the middle.
12 to
Right down the middle.
25-yard line.
Set.
Hey, check him behind you. Check him.
Rogers made a nice move to push it upfield to get it past the 25 for a first down. Michael Green finally got the flag out.
And every time the ball has gotten into Rogers' hands, good things have happened for the Code Red offense. DeMartilier showing some pretty good arm strength right there, getting that ball all the way to the sidelines, and Rogers doing the rest.
Let's go. Drew, you know what you got?
Rogers has an MBA from Duke Business School. He's director of healthcare and market.
Damn it, D-block!
And the flag comes in as Mikey D shows that temper.
Offsides. Offense. Original line of scrimmage. Second down to 50.
And that's on Rogers. He's yelling at Wilson, and that's actually on Rogers. And here's my concern for the Code Red offense right now. At some point, this is going to be a tight ball game for them in the second half. Are these emotions going to get in the way of their execution?
I was just giving Rogers props for having the MBA from Duke, and he lined up wrong. Another flag.
Oh, he got him.
Ball was pitched to Arriaga.
There's a flag on the play.
Offsides. Offense. Previous 5. Third down to the 50.
So they're just wasting plays right now.
Yeah, and they're a team that has come out and said, we don't want to beat ourselves. And right now, at least offensively, they're beating themselves. Defensively, they're all doing their job, but offensively, they're beating themselves right now.
That's the 5th no play on Code Red.
Be interested to see if Mean Machine uses a timeout here.
D-block, hop out. Chicken. Let's go.
This might be our best fucking lineup right here. Play middle field. Everybody got to sit up. Chris, stay over there, man.
So Code Red's going to use a timeout with 1:52 to go in the half. They've got to get the ball to midfield to get a new set of downs.
Lateral to Pomo. All right? Okay. And then Pomo, make a fucking throw one time for your fucking line. I want hoodie. No. Drew Terry, line up on the left. Trips left, twins right. Yo, hoodie, snap. You're running up the sideline, double post.
No. I want somebody running a flat in route.
That's you, Drew. Come on, get on the ball, Come on. What? Honey, he's not 7 seconds. Shut the.
Terry. Drew Terry.
Get out wide right. Get out there. 10-yard in.
Switch. Chicken.
I'm handing the ball to you.
You're getting a lot of Jersey and Connecticut right now.
Set. Pitch.
There's the pitch. Pomo to throw it. Good pressure. Gets it to Peterson. They miss the flag. They miss it again, and Peterson has the first down. Huge mistakes by the Mean Machine, not getting the flag out from Peterson.
Yeah, watch him get skinny and get a little bit of a hip turn right there, Bob, and here comes another one. Gets skinny, makes 3 guys miss. So here's a guy that pulled flags, which were huge plays on the defensive end, and gets him to miss as an offensive player.
Pass intended for Rogers. Michael Green on the coverage. Man, that was a huge sequence because Code Red won the throw off and deferred to the second half. And Mean Machine had a chance to get one more possession here in the first half.
Set. Come in. Get on the ball. Come on.
Pass is completed.
And a 4-second violation.
Yeah, I was going to say, that sure seemed like a full 4 seconds.
No problem, I got it.
And as this clock's running, DeMartelier and the Code Red offense need to be aware of it. Maybe get a ball thrown down the field, they'll take a shot.
Set it. Poma, stay behind me. Go, Drew. Nuke, the clock doesn't stop.
Hey, don't stop, get on the ball.
Get on the ball.
Hurry up.
Stay in the
I think
backfield.
some of the guys are thinking the clock stops. It only does in the last 2 minutes of the game, not the half. Pomo going to just heave it up. And the pass goes incomplete. But that takes us to halftime. It's been a little rough around the edges for Code Red, but they've done enough with their goal line defense, stopping the Mean Machine and Chris Hughes. Twice the Mean Machine has had it 4th and goal inside the 5, but it's Code Red with the lead at the half on Darnell Jenkins' touchdown catch.
And then this is that money. So like, he played at Kansas for the key for me.
Back in Pittsburgh at the half, Code Red leading the Mean Machine 6-0 at halftime at Highmark Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania on this first day of July. Mean Machine is led by a quarterback who's 50 years of age. His name is Chris Hughes, a high school football coach in Tennessee. Let's learn more about the flamboyant personality.
I'm Chris Hughes. I'm the head coach of the Fairview Yellow Jackets in Fairview, Tennessee, and I'm the quarterback for the Mean Machine, and I'm 50 years old.
When Chris comes out and we play team, they be like, oh, that's their quarterback. We're going to beat them. Because we always let him go out first. He come with a shirt off, bare belly, with a nice smile, with the tight cleats on, and be like, oh, that's what we playing? Then once we play them, then they're like, okay, we already up 21 points. It's too late.
I am not good at things that are slow-paced, but the only exercise I get is doing things I love, and flag football is something I love. Somebody asked me how long are you going to play? I'm going to keep playing as long as I can move around and enjoy life. That's why I play. And the guys on my team play because they love the game, and that's what it's really about, competing and having fun. Touchdown.
Chris Hughes likes to have a lot of fun, but he hasn't gotten his team in the end zone just yet. Intercepted, stopped twice on 4th and goal. The 50-year-old quarterback has got to towel off and get moving.
Nothing game, pretty close game going on, and I'm here with your Pittsburgh Steeler All-Star Jesse James. Jesse, you enjoying the AFFL action today?
It's been great. These guys are struggling it out. It's hot.
Absolutely. Now, you're on break right now. When do the camps start back up?
Started up on the
25th. Are you getting to enjoy your vacation a little bit? Obviously taking in some flag football action?
Yeah, it's been great so far.
Awesome. Now, did you play any flag football growing up? Maybe 9-man flag or 7-on-7, anything like that?
In high school, we always did 7-on-7 in the summers to get prepped for the season.
Now, high school, that wasn't too far away from here, was it?
It's about 10 miles down the street.
10 miles down the street, and they said you were born 20 minutes down the street. It's got to be a dream getting to be, hometown boy playing for your team that I'm guessing you grew up worshiping your entire life, yeah?
Yeah, it's been awesome. It's been a great experience. Pittsburgh treats me great. It's awesome feeling.
Well, you scoring those touchdowns, you treat Pittsburgh pretty great as well. Now, if you were out there 7-on-7, tight end, not exactly a common position out there, you think you could play both ways?
I'm a one-way player. Yeah, offense only. That's all I got.
Offense only. Now, what about, maybe throwing you in the quarterback position? You played any quarterback growing up?
I can sling a little bit. These guys up.
Well, so I don't know if you know, so there was 128 of the amateur teams who were playing so far. We're down to 6 teams because 2 were eliminated yesterday, and then they're going to be going up against one of the 4 pro teams that's going to be making it to the championship. Do you think that these amateurs are going to stand much of a chance against these NFLers?
We'll see. We'll see. They got the athletes, but these guys have been putting in hard work, trying to do their best to get their way to Houston.
Yeah, these guys might have a little more chemistry than possibly the pro teams. Now, have you been following any of the pro teams? I think you were saying you were reading Vic's tweets and following him a little bit.
Yeah, just trying to see what's going on. I'm excited about what's going to happen next week.
Awesome. Well, Jesse, thank you so much for being here today. We were going to get back to some AFFL flag football action.
Halftime here in the Steel City. We've got Code Red up 6-0 on this squad. And I'm standing here at the bench. I'm here with David Ackles, a key part of the defense here. I've never seen your quarterback lost for words, and he's sitting there on the bench. What happened in the first half?
Just a little miscommunication, but, you know, we got everybody settled down and everybody, you know, we're going to communicate and get everything back going.
All right, now I'm seeing your quarterback say, just get me the ball. I need one drive, so what are you going to do out there?
Hey, get him the ball. He never let us down. We ain't gonna let him down.
All right, we have Chris Hughes, everybody on the bench. I need you to go rev those boys up, would you?
Hey! It's gonna be game time, Let's go! Let's make this thing work!
Dan, they're feeling good.
Hey, win, baby, win!
Well, the Mean Machine, they talked a lot, but right now they haven't gotten anything going. Look who's in the house here at Highmark Stadium. He thrilled fans here in Pittsburgh. Super Bowl 43 most valuable player, Santonio Holmes, checking things out. And who could forget the drive against the Arizona Cardinals in Tampa after Larry Fitzgerald had put the Cardinals ahead? Santonio Holmes with one of the great catches in Super Bowl history and winning the most valuable player award. And Santonio joins us here in the booth, and seems like just yesterday, doesn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's almost 10 years now.
It's tough to believe. What do you think of flag football?
It's an amazing sport. It's definitely an honest sport where it shows guys have to be very agile. They have to have quickness. They have to have that awareness on how to defend, how to take the flag, how to score, and be just very elusive with the ball.
Next week we're going to see Michael Vick in action as the pros get involved in the pros division. Ocho Cinco, you got Justin Forsett, and a lot of guys. Any interest on your level to maybe get involved in this?
It sounds very tempting. Haven't worked out in about 2 years, and this is just honest. I enjoy, my time off. I enjoy golfing and spending time with my kids. So.
And those are some of the headliners next week in Atlanta. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Ocho Cinco against the Roadrunners. And then you've got Nate Robinson, who started in the NBA, 3-time slam dunk champion, who's really taken to this game. And
that's the name of their team. Hold that, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
I could see you, with those hips. I could see you being a tough flag pull.
Man, I'm pretty sure I can. I still got it. I can beat any guy off the line right now, even though it's been 2 years. So.
I mean, there's $1 million on the line.
But is that $1 million individual?
No.
Exactly. So there we have a problem. We got to share with about 15 guys, 12 guys to be exact, plus the coaching staff.
Santonio, we've talked with these guys and we've asked them, hey, when you match up against the pro team, how do you guys feel? And they feel disrespected when we ask them about, you think the pro team, they're like, they don't have any shot against us. So in your opinion, a guy who played and obviously incredibly successful, do you think that these pro teams have a chance, or is it vice versa? Do you think the American teams have a chance against the pro guys?
In the game of football, it's always going to be about defending every blade of grass. It's about being punctual. It's about having the right awareness and being disciplined. long as you keep your discipline and you play the way you're supposed to, you defend the way you're supposed to, and you make the plays.
Just run straight.
Oh, he's gone. And you make those plays, and the things will happen. I just think that the pro players are more disciplined, you know, all around football, and they understand situations and how to perform.
Let me ask you this. This Drew Terry right here, one of the famous moves or the important moves in flag is watch him dip his hips right here. They call it the dip, literally the dip. Able to drop down, move that flag target. You got that in your game?
Oh, he should have did
that. You got that in your game back in the day?
Back in the day, I had it in my game, but right now, yeah, we got to work.
Right now, we're too much golf.
We got to work on it. Yeah,
too much on the golf course. I like that. My bet would be on you being the best dip guy in flag if you had it.
I would definitely bring it because I would learn all the attention and detail to the game and how I need to perform and be better for my team.
If you can give these receivers out here as a American team receivers one little piece of advice, what would you say to them?
In flag football, you got to stack the defenders. You got to be able to get around them and stack the defenders.
And when you say stack defender, you mean like getting back on top of them?
Yes, you want to get back on top of them after you beat them because now you give yourself 2- and 3-way goals and you put the defensive player in the trail position and it makes it an easier pass and a target for the quarterback.
You don't have to go into coaching.
The future's bright.
Ooh, Mikey D nearly picked off, and Wilson's still going. They haven't gotten the flag. So Wilson, who did all the pass rushing earlier, they're giving him a little taste on offense now.
Doing a nice job right here. I mean, first of all, good strong hands on the catch because the DB right there, Michael Green with the break, the spin move, and you can hear Mikey D in the back room, pitch it. So good job by them getting that first down. And Code Red had told us, listen, we think we're the best team with in-game adjustments, and they're coming out strong in the second half.
So first down from midfield, they got to get to the 25. Peterson.
You got to do the dip. You got to take the dip. These guys got to see, in this game, you got to be aware of 2 defenders coming at you. You have to be ready for the dip.
When you had 2 defenders coming at you, what would you do? Split 2?
We're always supposed to split defenders.
Yep, split 2. So dip 2, flag football, it's dip 2.
Dip 2. Come on, man.
Second and 15.
I got 5 wide. Short pass, deep pass.
Pass is incomplete. That was a liberal 4 seconds, Dan.
Yeah, that is close. Seemed like DiMartira was back there all day. You know what I think what's going on with him right now? Drew Peterson's having a good game. He's locking in on Drew Peterson. I want to see him distribute the ball just a little bit. Don't lock in on just one guy. Unless you got Santonio Holmes.
Or Antonio Brown, for that matter.
Come on, get set, guys.
He's my favorite receiver of all time.
He's blitzing.
All time.
Oh, yeah.
Look right now. Run a slant.
Played with some good ones, too.
Hines Ward is a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Let's work.
In my opinion.
Is it fourth down?
What's the one thing that Antonio Brown does better than anybody in the NFL right now? Give me one thing that separates him.
He has a knack for getting to the end zone.
Even more than a Julio Jones or Odell.
Well, Julio only had 3 touchdowns last year.
Some say that's not just on Julio. That's another conversation.
I mean, he dropped a few.
Would have liked one more in an NFC title game or division game.
The eye in the sky don't lie.
So he finds the end zone better than anybody right now.
He has the mentality to take every play, every pass, every run to the end zone. He has that ability. And guys are triple teaming him, you know, in the game. And not too many receivers get triple teamed in the game today. And he's one of those guys that demands that.
And somehow still getting open, even with those triple teams.
Hey, I've witnessed some of the greatest catches ever. And this guy catching helmet catches. He's one-handed diving in the back of the end zone. And he's a great. Oh, I watched this game at home. Check that out. Look at this guy. Tony Toe Tap. Yes, sir. It lives in Pittsburgh. They know it. It lives in Pittsburgh.
Renowned for his work ethic, right? Renowned for his work ethic and doing all the little things.
He's putting it on display, and it's showing every day, man. Showing how great he is over the years, and this is going into year 9, and he's just steadily improving.
Yeah, think about the fact that he was a later draft pick and everything else. I mean, you talk about self-made. He didn't come in with, you got to earn every inch of it.
And that's why I said he's one of my favorites of all time.
All right, 41, Mike Green. Give me about 12.
Sancho McDonald on the last catch for the Mean Machine.
Take off, Gabe, take off. Hey, he's inside leverage. Yeah, give me one. Hey, Gabe, you got to go hard. Hut, now.
Oh, bad throw there by Chris Hughes. All right, so Santonio, I want to ask you this. Tom Brady has talked about, he wants to play until he's 45. What do you make of Chris Hughes, the high school football coach, at 50 playing in this thing?
Hey, if what's his name again? Sorry,
Chris Hughes.
If Chris Hughes can do it, anybody could do it. And I think it's having the willpower. Like he said in his interview, he loves the game. He loves to compete, and he loves to see his friends, his people, and his teammates around him have fun. And I think that's the ultimate goal, is having fun and competing together.
It's amazing how much money these guys spend out of their own pocket. Oh, the pitch nearly got intercepted, but it's a first down for Mean Machine. All right, so how about, Chris Hughes has enjoyed his time in the limelight here with features.
Illegal contact on the
So
defense.
this is Chris and his wife Stephanie doing their Tom Brady and Giselle impersonation.
Love it.
So he's really enjoying, for a guy that doesn't know much about social media, he's gotten into the swing of things pretty quickly.
Oh man, he's definitely displaying, his character, and even his team, and they all respect him and they love him for displaying his character to them and being true to this team.
Piggybacking off what you're saying, Santonio, like Chris Hughes being 50 years old, obviously the place for him is not the NFL, but the cool thing about the AFFL is there's a place for him here.
He's going deep. Oh, almost.
Pretty good defense there.
Come on, Tim. Get up.
Michael Green went up for the football. Terrell Wright with pretty good coverage.
Bob, I'm recently retired. I'm only about to be 35 this summer. This is a good throw for a 50-year-old right here. I don't know if I can launch it deep like this right now.
Man.
Good job by both guys. The receiver going up, high pointing it, and then Tyrell Wright just getting a hand in there to break up that pass. But pretty good, impressive throw by Chris Hughes.
Look at me, Tim.
Let's see if Code Red dials up a blitz. Here they come. Nice read there by Hughes to hook up with Sancho McDonald and turn it into a positive play.
The defense blitzed on the play. That is their first of the half. They'll have 4 remaining.
I know we make some jokes, but look at, he's full speed running to his left, throwing it back across his body to a post by McDonald. That's pretty impressive right there, no matter what your age is. I know we're poking fun and have a lot of laughs about Chris Hughes' age, but that's really well done.
One of our coaches, whether it be an offensive coach or a head coach, will definitely tell that guy, do not throw late across the middle.
That's a cardinal sin, right? But some guys can make it happen. There's a guy in Green Bay, wears number 12. He does it pretty well.
Oh, Aaron is great, man. Aaron is a great quarterback.
Big drop there by McDonald. But you think about Peyton Manning in his later years, or you think about Tom Brady, and what Chris Hughes did there was he anticipated the situation, where the pressure was coming from, and like Peyton did, which is why he never really got sacked, he knew where it was coming from. You just slide a little bit. That's the extra second you need, right, Dan?
Yeah, just that little drift in the pocket. Again, I talked about it earlier. Chris Hughes being so aware, playing for such a long time, he has all kinds of answers. And he said that, listen, I know they're going to blitz me. I'm prepared for it. And he showed it right there with the little drift in the pocket. Really good throw to McDonald. This is a huge opportunity for the Mean Machine offense.
Well, they read the blitz, and he completes it to Smithy. They sent 2 on him, and they convert the 4th down and get a fresh set of downs.
That's called trust. Having trust in the receivers, knowing that they're going to turn around, they're going to be where they're supposed to be at, and they're going to understand the situation and knowing that these guys are blitzing, and I need you guys to be hot and ready for me.
Yeah, he does a nice job of getting that ball out before Smithy made his break. And those are 2 guys that have been playing together a long time, Bob.
And in AFFL rules, the center's not eligible, which then enables the defense to double blitz, because if the center's eligible, then he just shreds you all day on that play.
Come. I got your help.
Come on, pitch it back.
Jeremy Stevens with the catch.
We've seen this, though. We've seen Mean Machine go up and down the field offensively. I want to see if at halftime they had a little bit of a red zone plan change, because they've gotten so close, no points. At some point, they're going to have to capitalize this if they hope to win this football game.
Drag across again, just like that.
It's amazing to see how disciplined that these guys at Code Red are on defense. You know, they're staying in their zones and they're passing off and they're talking.
Now, Santonio, they told us, listen, we just want to be a bend, you know, your traditional bend but not break defense. Bend but not break. They don't think that an offense is going to be patient enough to go down the field consistently to beat them over 4 quarters. And it's true. It's almost like a Seattle back in the day. You'll see it with the San Diego Chargers right now.
And
this is the 10th play, and this is the 10th play of this drive. You know, so we're seeing, we're seeing Mean Machine have a lot of patience right now. Chris Hughes have a lot of patience. Like I said, when you're playing against a team that is very disciplined on defense, it's a mental game more than a physical thing. You've got to play almost at the quarterback position. You've got to play very boring.
But you got to score. And this is their 3rd consecutive drive inside the 10. They have no points. It's got to be 4 seconds.
I love to hear the soundbite of the players on the field.
Well, that's Pomo. That's pure Jersey right there. He's from New Jersey, and
he says it right. He's in his bio. He says, "I'm Jersey born and bred."
Gotta love it.
I'll go.
He had a legitimate point. That was 4 seconds.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Yeah. A little bit of a tech issue there, but now here's Mean Machine in that situation again. I would love for them to just give McDonald a chance. Look at his size advantage. I want to see them give maybe a quick post or a fade back to the back corner. Give him an opportunity with a high ball.
Here comes the blitz. Did he get it off? Nope. Wilson gets the sack.
That's another blitz, right?
Well, Santonio, we appreciate a couple minutes. Thanks for joining us, and enjoy the rest of the game, my friend.
Thanks, NFL Network, for having me on, man.
Good to see you.
It's been a great time here in Pittsburgh and AFFL. Good luck to everybody.
Good to see you, man.
Let's go get that $1 million.
The MVP of Super Bowl 43, Santonio Holmes, with us here in Pittsburgh.
That was their third. They have 2 remaining in the game.
Chris Hughes said, we're going to put 6 touchdowns on the board. Right now, his Mean Machine squad getting shut out. 3 consecutive trips inside the 10. No points to show for it.
And the blitz again gets him by just not being prepared for it or getting the ball out of his hands quick enough. That's surprising because he's done such a good job of managing their offense.
Drew! Peterson with the deep ball in traffic, and he completes it. And what a catch for 33 yards to Sean Rogers.
So much good on this play, Bob. First of all, that's a really nice throw by Peterson, and then watch Sean Rogers go up, full extension, take contact, and a huge catch. We see catches like this in the NFL all the time, and that might be some kind of contact to the head, but really nice job of securing that catch.
Sean Rogers, a little shaken up on the play. Wide open again. That was the same play that got the touchdown. And Darnell Jenkins with the easy catch. So they're seeing, that's twice they've dialed that play up for big gains.
Yeah, DeMartelier doing a nice job. This time, instead of the pump fake, he just kind of presses the line of scrimmage, drifting towards that way, staring at the receiver just a little bit to get that corner to jump up. Ball over the top.
DeMartelier takes the easy one underneath. And Drew Terry with the catch.
And that's back-to-back same plays. They're just doing your, for all their football fans out here, your basic smash concept. Sit one guy at 5 yards, run a corner behind him, put the defender having in a bind, him having to make a choice.
Set it.
There's the blitz and the nice flag pull there by Nigel Jordan. He's had a couple of them.
Huddle up. Defense blitz down to play. That's their first. They'll have 4 remaining.
It almost seemed like DeMartelier, his plan was if they're blitzing, I'm running. I don't know if I advise that. He's probably one of the slowest guys on the field. I would have a plan to get the ball to my hands to one of my athletes, but this kind of sets up as a must stop for the Mean Machine on defense.
So now Peterson is in the quarterback position, so he takes the snap. And he takes it inside the 5-yard line.
Kind of similar to last night, Bob. We saw with the team fighting cancer and Hoosh at quarterback. Usually the team that's got the best player on the field, and Drew Peterson's shown to be that right now, has got a huge advantage.
And the reason why he was able to run was because he was blitzed.
And it's a nice job by Code Red kind of making that switch. Thinking, okay, Mean Machine's going to blitz us a little bit. Let's get our playmaker with the ball in his hands.
All right. Sir, they blitzed more than 2 times this half. They just blitzed 2. There's 15 minutes left.
They blitzed 1 down there, 2 down here. All right, I'll check it with you.
Timeout. They blitzed at least 3 times. Yeah, because, hey, they blitzed when we got the 4th down. All right. Huddle up. So, Drew, come here, Drew.
14:54.
You're going to come in motion.
That's their first of the
I'm going to
half.
fake it to you. Okay, just wheel it up. Chicken, run the slant. Run the slant behind the guy that's on Angel. Angel, take 2 steps in, go right back out to the flat. Now, on the right side, whew, double slant on the right, All set. And they blitzed on the last possession. The last possession, they blitzed on 4th down.
Each team is allowed 5 blitzes per half.
4th and goal from the 4-yard line.
And Code Red is arguing that Mean Machine should only have 2 left.
Come on, Drew. Set.
4th and goal at the 4. No blitz this time. And instead they execute for the touchdown. Angel Estrada.
Touchdown, Code Red. Angel Estrada with a touchdown catch.
All right, so this is really well done by Code Red. They take those 2 receivers on the left, put Estrada inside, and almost run a pick. The outside receiver comes in, runs in essentially to that slot defender over Estrada, and he's able to basically walk to the front pylon. Really nice design by their offense.
So Code Red has put the ball on the 10-yard line. They're going to go for 2 here.
I can see these outside receivers. See Estrada kind of with that little inside move. That outside receiver runs down inside, creates that little bit of a pick. Estrada able to walk free into the end zone.
Yes. Set.
Peterson zips it wide open for the 2 points. Is Sean Rogers.
How about the primetime celebration? We got a text or a tweet out from Dion last night. Rogers with the touchdown and conversion and the primetime dance.
Code Red up 14 here in the second half. Bit of an upset here in Pittsburgh right now with Code Red leading the Mean Machine 14-0 in the second half. Last night, primetime shut out the Dallas Ducks, and Fighting Cancer beat Strong Island. They'll play next Saturday night in Atlanta at 7 p.m. Eastern here on NFL Network. You also have the game next Saturday night. Michael Vick's team on the pro side taking on Ocho Cinco's team. So we got a big doubleheader for you next Saturday night from Atlanta.
Yeah, it'll be fun to get the pros into the mix. And I know Jason Avant was on hand yesterday saying he was taking notes. Justin Forsett watching, doing some film study. So it'll be excited to get those guys into the mix.
Mike Green on the return.
Michael Green on the return.
Takes it out to the 30-yard line.
I'm sure as a coach, Chris Hughes has been a part of some pretty good comebacks. He needs a special one right now, down 2 scores under 13 minutes. I'm sure his high school kids down at Fairview High School are rooting for him. Let's see if he's got any kind of magic in his bag.
Hey, right behind him. Hey, two, Sancho. Hut, Nacho.
Right there, Drew.
Good throw that time, and the nice catch by Gerodis Williams for a big gain. 46-yarder.
Mean Machine.
Well, the Mean Machine is struggling. For more on their struggles, we send it down to Kay.
plenty of room on the bench here down with Mean Machine because they're all sitting on it. They look sort of gassed. Nobody's energetic, no hope, actually. I'm just talking about what's gone wrong, and they say they're beating themselves, which is obvious, but they're also saying we had chances. Past tense. They don't think that they're still in this thing, guys.
Well, they're only down 2 scores. The Mean Machine has had 10 plays inside of the Code Red's 11-yard line. They have 5 total yards and no points.
That's remarkable that they've been that efficient kind of inside the 20s essentially, and then they get down there and struggle. I still say if they get down there again, give me a chance for McDonald on a fade to the corner.
Hughes goes up top, but the pass defended nicely. Intended for Stevens. Terrell Wright on the coverage.
And you hear Chris Hughes' teammates complaining to him right now. It was 2nd and 1. I like the fact that he took that shot, tried to give him a spark to his offense. He knows he's got 2 more shots to get 1 more yard.
Oh, you like the fade? All right, do it.
Third and 1 to the 25-yard line.
Two, get the first. No. 4, show. 4. Be ready, Rose. Set. Hurry. Corner. Hut. Now.
3rd and 1. They take the first down. And a nice job by Christopher Linares to pull the flag quickly for Code Red.
First down for Mean Machine.
Hard. 2.
First and goal from the 23-yard line.
Across the middle of 10. Jay, be ready for blitz. Gabe, be ready for blitz. Hey, 41. He's coming. Hey, Gabe, cross him this way.
And Joe, right now, 7.
Hut.
Here comes the blitz. That time they had it picked up.
No more blitzes. They ain't got no more.
And Gabe Smithia with the catch.
They have 1 remaining.
The pass was complete from Christopher Hughes to Gabe Smithia.
If I clear it to Rose, like a slant, he won't hit it. I'm going to throw it right in that hole. Yep. Hey.
Second and goal from the 17-yard line for Mean Machine.
I love that by Chris Hughes right now with McDonald and
Slant. Quick
Williams down in the slot right here. He's telling Williams, I want you to give me a quick little out, clear some space, and I think he's going to try to throw a post. Quick little post down here to McDonald.
Take it underneath. And Williams with the catch. So that'll set up 3rd and goal from the 6-yard line. Do you blitz? Do you use your last blitz here, or do you see if you can get a stop and then blitz them on 4th down?
Yeah, I'd save it for 4th down. They've done a nice job. Wilson's done a nice job of when that 2-second go clock sound is made, give them a little bit of rush. I'm going to force them to earn this touchdown and not just give them one with the numbers advantage.
Throws it to the inside, and Sancho not able to grab it. A little behind him.
Yeah, he tries to fit a slant in right there, and he throws it on that back shoulder, McDonald, purposely because he feels Pomo on the inside. It's just a little behind too much. Would have been an incredibly difficult catch. I'd like to see one of his notorious pump fakes throw to the back end line over Pomo's head.
So Code Red up 14 on defense. And again, Mean Machine has a 4th and goal inside the 10. They've been stopped 3 times, and you got to think that the blitz is coming here from Wilson. Here it comes. Pass intercepted.
That's a 7-pointer too.
Christopher Linares in for the touchdown, 100 yards. It's a 7-point touchdown.
It's a 7-point touchdown for Code Red. Christopher Linares with the interception and return for the touchdown.
And as General Jessup would say, you bet I called that Code Red.
I think we've got a court-martial going on right now. It's happening to the Mean Machine. Nice job by the defense again. Linares sits on that little fade stop, and McDonald breaks on the ball. And then the ability to go to the house. I mean, that's 100 yards getting chased by Williams, a guy who had some time in the NFL.
And the Mean Machine,
That's how you end it, baby.
0 for 4
Here we come.
Y'all pick them to win.
inside the 10-yard line.
I got nothing to say. Y'all pick them to win.
We underrated, baby. We underrated, baby.
It was a little disjointed at the beginning for Code Red.
Let's go.
That's not the way to go.
Let's go.
It's been impressive how they pulled it together. I mean, again, Bob, we sat in meetings with them and they said we think we're the smartest team left in this tournament. Well, they made some nice adjustments.
They'll have 1 remaining.
We think teams are going to beat themselves. We've seen the Mean Machine go 0 for 4 in the red zone, 3 picks, and then they've just capitalized at crucial moments.
He said I don't got nothing to say to you.
Y'all pick them to win.
Y'all pick them to
4th
win.
and goal at the
We
3,
underrated, baby.
a sack.
Yeah, we did it.
4th and goal at the 3, an interception. 4th and goal at the 8, a sack. 4th and goal at the 6, a pick 6 for 100 yards, or pick 7. Any touchdown scored over 50 yards is worth 7 points.
Let's go. Let them know. CT, you heard? Yo.
You know that Drew Peterson flag pull, when it looked like the Mean Machine had a touchdown to tie the game, and then they got that stop, really changed the momentum.
Yeah, it was a huge play because, again, another example of doing the little things, how important that flag pull is. They keep them out of the end zone.
They go for 1 here, and it's defended nicely by the Mean Machine.
Let's take a look at how good the Code Red defense has been today, Bob. You're going to see this first pick. Remember, Drew Peterson in the right place at the right time. A beautiful job of catching that tip with that one hand. Here's the second pick down in the red zone. Estrada doing a great job of staying in between Chris Hughes and the receiver. The blitz by Wilson. Here's another sack by Wilson again, forcing Hughes to get the ball out of his hands, not quick enough. And then the backbreaker, the finishing move. The Code Red on the Mean Machine. The 100-yard pick for return. 7-point swing for Code Red to put this game out of reach. And their defense being the MVP of the game.
And primetime Deion Sanders checking it out. My man just went 100 on him. Deion didn't like the fact that he didn't high step on his way in. He might have been running out of little gas with the temperatures around 95 degrees here in Pittsburgh.
Prime, we did have a little Deion move when Sean Rogers caught a touchdown before off Drew Peterson. We had a little Deion dance, so you're represented well in the flag football.
That's you. I told you we were going. I got your picture if you want it.
Good high throw off there.
Hoodie, good play, Hoodie.
Nigel Jordan with the return. You know, are you surprised? You know, Mean Machine talked a big game, especially Chris Hughes, about, you know, we got all these plays, we're leaving nothing in the bag, we're going to use all of our trick. Really haven't done any of it.
Yeah, well, you know, I know the game is 21-0, but they moved the ball up and down the field. They've been really successful on offense until they've gotten into that 10-yard line, and that's when they've just struggled to convert. And so I don't know if they needed those special plays. If they've got some right now, they're better using the every Hail Mary they kind of have.
And he throws over the middle and picked off by Peterson. 4th interception. Drew Peterson gets another pick.
And the lateral to Theodore Jordan. All the turnover.
Drew, who works as a police officer in Philadelphia, worked yesterday. He's got to work tomorrow morning at 8. Didn't have a lot to say. He said, I'll let my play do the talking. How about old school, too, with no gloves?
Yeah, he's had a huge day. Obviously an impactful player. And we said pregame he was going to be the key. He's the guy that they thought was going to be the best athlete on the field, and he showed it today. Wants to be in the Secret Service, you know, hide a little bit. He's not going to be able to hide next week because everyone's going to know he's the key to this football team.
1st and 5 to the 25-yard line.
Mikey D's still annoyed.
Mikey D, we need to get him to relax a little bit.
Blitz comes, pick it up.
Talk to him. He's short. Talk to him.
Flag gets pulled. Reception by Jose
Defense splits down the play. That was
Arriaga.
their fourth of the half. They'll have one remaining.
You know, Bob, we're hearing some stuff down on the field with the players of underrated. We're the underdog. They told us in meetings they feel disrespected. They felt like they were going to be overlooked by everybody, and they're making a very strong statement that they are here and they matter in this big tournament.
And these guys normally play. Connecticut area has arguably the best 9-on-9 flag football. This is 7-on-7. In fact, some of the guys told us this morning at the meeting that
What are you running? You said one and get middle.
Mikey D is still annoyed that they actually blew off a 9-on-9 tournament to make sure that they were entered into this 7-on-7 here on NFL Network.
Yeah, I was really surprised. I mean, I grew up in Connecticut, and flag football wasn't huge when I was in my younger years or even teens, and they said, like you had mentioned, Bob, that's the best 9-on-9 league in the country. So
Bridgeport.
Yeah, Bridgeport, Connecticut, a town that I grew up right next to from Shelton, and I think that they're seeing a lot of the benefits of them playing really good, sound defense. They say the defense is really important in 9-on-9. It's showing here today.
Mikey D tosses another touchdown pass. Drew Terry with the grab from 28 yards, and he's a new dad. Just had his first child on June the 16th, daughter, and he's got a touchdown.
It's the day of the Drews. It's been a bit, obviously a huge showing by Drew Peterson. Drew Terry here, a nice job by Mikey D. This seam ball, and then Terry being able to finish it. Mikey D, as for as much yelling as he's had today and a little bit of edge to him, he's been pretty efficient at the quarterback position.
Good job. 27-0. Code Red.
We're at the 2-minute warning.
I'm happy for the Code Red team. A lot of these guys are from my home state of Connecticut. It's nice to see this group get represented and have a lot of success moving on to next weekend.
Corner, 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 corner.
Put the ball at the 5, so they're going to go for 1.
Say go.
Peterson has it intercepted, and then the ball hits the ground.
The extra point attempt is no good.
We have an illegal forward pass on the return. The extra point is no good.
The 2018 NFL season is just around the corner. It starts with training camp. NFL Network brings you exclusive access to all 32 teams. Training camp primetime starts July 26th, live on NFL Network. As we get set for the 2018 season, can the Pittsburgh Steelers, Heinz Field just across the river, get past the New England Patriots? That has been a big stumbling block for the Steelers.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a huge year for them again. You know, Le'Veon Bell, the contract situation, does he sign the franchise tag? I was doing some stuff on Le'Veon Bell. Here's a crazy stat for you, Bob. He's 4th all time in their franchise history rushing, 8th in receptions. And by the end of the year, he'll be top 5 in both. I mean, that's, for a guy who's been in the NFL for 4 years, that shows you in a storied franchise like the Steelers, how remarkable of a player he truly is.
Take it, take it, take it, take it.
Go on, David.
Come on, baby, let's go.
David Ackles on the return for the Mean Machine.
Forward, Michael, going to take off. Yeah, let's go.
I'd ask Chris Hughes, hey, if this doesn't go well, you guys are just going to be okay, right? And he said, no. I'm going to be ticked off that we lost. He's like, life will go on for me, but I don't like to lose it. This matters a lot to these guys. This is an opportunity for them, and they didn't put their best foot forward. I'm sure they're going to be a little bit disappointed about that.
Is that a little push off? There is no flag. Oh, there is a flag. And that's probably going to be offensive pass interference on Michael Green.
And that's going to be an automatic turnover for Code Red. Offensive pass interference is going to give the ball directly to the defense with one of those unique rules, the American Flag Football League.
Previous spot, second down.
Legal contact. You'll see it here, that inside arm coming from McDonald, just enough to shove that defender right there, create some space. You got to chicken wing that. The good receivers in the NFL, Santonio Holmes, Antonio Brown, they get that little chicken wing out there to create that space, not that full extended arm.
Second and 14 yards to the 50-yard line for Mean Machine.
On the ball, on the ball, on the ball, on the ball.
Otis Williams on the catch. And, you know, the disappointing part for the Mean Machine out of Nashville, they had all kinds of viewing parties with Chris Hughes, the high school coach. All of his players were watching. His wife was going to a viewing party in Atlanta. Goose egg.
Go, go, go. Okay.
Smithia on the catch.
Christian Hughes pass complete to Gabe Smithia.
Hey, cross, deep cross, come across.
Good for a first down for Mean Machine.
Hey, this is pride, huh? This is pride, right? This is a pride drive?
No,
Well, coming up, Church's Money out of San Diego taking on the Money Team. Now, the Money Team is the team that everybody's gunning for. And they've got a swagger and a bravado about them, second to none.
Yeah, and they think they're good, and they're going to make sure they tell you about it. In our meetings today, they look like a bunch of Floyd Mayweathers sitting in front of us. They've got some incredible shirts made, the chains, but they back it up. They're really good. So that's a game I'm very excited to see, and I want to see if that team can push forward and maybe make a run at the pros.
Set. Cut.
34 seconds to go.
You can't hold me.
Got the pitch, Mike. Keep going, man.
Green with the catch.
Christian Hughes pass complete to Michael Green.
What you mean we can't stop you, bro? What you mean? How we can't stop you?
Hey, let's go to that corner over there. Hey, slant to the goal line and stop. Slant to the goal line, stop. You go all the way to the back.
You know, Bob, this is what I appreciate about Chris Hughes right now. As we've said, he's a high school football coach, and I'm sure he tells his kids, you never quit. You play to the final whistle. Now this is an opportunity for him to show his kids exactly what that means. He's going to use this as an opportunity to teach his kids, we don't quit. We always play to the whistle. The scoreboard doesn't matter. We always play to the end of the game. This is a really cool opportunity for him to show his kids that.
Right there, right there.
Oh, he gave the ball to Smithia. That's one of those little gadget plays that they have that I'm surprised they didn't break out earlier.
Especially down in the red zone. They finally get down there and score. They use one of those trick plays. We'll see it here. It's a little bit of a, if you remember Boise State back in the day, with a little bit of a Statue of Liberty right there. Smithia stands there, plays boring, I'm not here, almost possum. A nice corner to the back of the end zone throw by Smithia. I wish they would have brought that out earlier, Bob.
Corner, stop it.
Yeah, I mean, they had 4 consecutive trips inside the 10-yard line when the game was still there to be had, and they kept getting stopped, and I thought they might break out one of their trick plays. Stevens with the touchdown catch. They'll go for 2 from the 10. Did he get in?
Touchdown.
He did get in.
The conversion had to Sancho.
So they get the 2 points to make it 27-8, but only 14 seconds to go. But you know what? Chris Hughes got that 0 off the board, and as you said, a teaching moment for his kids watching.
Yeah, absolutely. This is going to be obviously a once-in-a-lifetime moment, and his kids are at home watching. You know, I know what it's like to be a player in games when you don't play as well as you want, and
there's no onside kick, so they're going to have an onside play, which means that they have to get 25 yards to keep possession of the ball.
And he said he's got some unique plays for this. And I was saying, I know what it's like to be in these games and not play well, and I can appreciate the fact that this team fought to the end. They're at least going to leave with getting points on the board.
You work for the NFL Network?
No, I just freelance.
Oh, really?
Code Red has taken a timeout. That is their 3rd and final timeout of the half.
So 14 seconds to go. Code Red up comfortably 27-8. So that's considered a lateral. Oh, nice catch made by Sancho McDonald on the onside play. So that means that Mean Machine will keep possession of the ball.
Fighting to the end, Bob. I can admire this. They're going to take a shot to the end zone right here. Maybe use one of those trick plays Chris Hughes had talked about.
That was 4 seconds.
We have a 4-second violation. Game.
So Mike D and Code Red
That is the end of the game with the final score. Code
in a
Red
bit of an
27,
upset.
Mean Machine 8.
Pretty dominant in this football game as they take care of Mean Machine. Drew Peterson with a couple of interceptions. And then you got the pick six by Christopher Linares, 100 yards for the score. Code Red a winner, 27-8.